If you enjoy playing a variety of online multiplayer games, or if you enjoy Remedy Entertainment, you probably know about FBC Firebreak. FBC Firebreak was an experimental thing that Remedy wanted to try, where instead of their normal platinum single player games, they decided to try a live service online co op shooter that revolved around their single player game Control, which involved a lot of SCP like entities, as well as an organization like SCP, that helped contain those entities. According to an interview with the game director Mike Cagliata, this would not only allow the Remedy connected universe to expand with new levels and lore, it would also appeal to the players that didn't have a lot of time on their hands, as it would launch them straight into the action and they could play at their own pace. Despite how creative and fun this game ended up being, as well as how much attention they put towards it, the biggest problems just undercut all their goals their developer described. I saw their biggest problems were three things. The first problem was Remedy Entertainment interacting with the live service industry, where they were free on Xbox Game Pass and PS Plus, and this allowed a larger audience to experience Remedy Entertainment universe. As a single player experience, Remedy has a lot of reading and slow burn kind of stuff where you need to take in the environment and what people are saying in order to truly enjoy yourself. And that applies to Firebreak as well. You have fantastical weapons and enemies, but you are doing a corporate job, and this is very well reflected in the missions and tasks. That leads to the second problem: player communication. What usually makes up for doing monotonous tasks is effective communication between players, where you can yell at each other for not doing something right or for needing to do something right. However, the only communication that Firebreak has is you can ping where somebody needs to go. However, a wider audience also means people who don't pay attention to tutorials. You can ping 100 times, but it doesn't mean they're going to understand that this is the correct direction, or that the person with the wrench has to hit the thing with the wrench icon. Which leads me to my last point. The biggest problem is the players. The thing about this game is that if you each choose diverse roles and stick together, you get higher armor, and each of you can take on different tasks to make things go smoothly. Additionally, sometimes your hands are full and you need your teammates to look out for you. However, there's always going to be those players that either leave each other behind or they choose the same roles as everyone else, and therefore things are slower, tougher, and just overall ruining the entire experience for everyone else. These problems weighed Firebreak down. With development fees, the revenue was taking a downturn, investors noticed. Therefore, the CEO of 9 years sadly stepped down. Although the new CEO did reassure investors that there's been a recent upturn and how they're going to keep working on enhancing player value, it still breaks my heart to see this happen to such a tight ship of a company. In today's gameplay, I really wanted to discuss more about the biggest problem, the players, while experiencing it in real time during a match. Enjoy! See, I know what people say, but this is such a good game. I feel like the people who criticize it either haven't played it or play like 2 seconds, because I genuinely had fun when I first started playing this game. I have not opened it since I first did it, and clearly they're showing me some new introductions.
Hello, fellow Bureau
I've
employees.
played this game. Maybe it's because of some of the updates. So it's just like you haven't been on for so long, you have so many updates, so here's the new intro sequence. Or maybe they updated something so much that it kind of made it seem like that. I don't need the tutorial sequence. I am level 14. Yeah, I'm already here. Furnace safety paper. Oh, I like that. They put all the media in here. So, I don't particularly agree with the whole needing to leave as CEO because of the failure, but I guess he like really leaned into this so hard that it ended up really crashing back on him. And I feel bad because one of the major things that was the biggest problem with this game, was communication. You couldn't communicate, and I don't think that's changed. You couldn't use microphone, you couldn't mute anyone because there was no microphone. At least Killer Clowns has microphone. You can barely ping. You can ping things, You can ping things 100 times. But just because you ping things 1 bajillion and 3 times does not mean that people are going to understand. Is that when you have something like a fix-it kit, you have a wrench. You hit the thing with the wrench and it works. But when this first came out, the most infuriating thing was that I love the jump kit. I love playing with the jump kit. I love just using it to stun people. I loved just starting the generators, being a huge help. But then eventually people would just get, and especially in the fire area, endlessly burned. Endlessly whatever, because nobody would be the splash kit. So I was like, okay, I'll be the healer, you know what, I'll be the splash kit. But then people kept leaving me. And then they weren't using their wrenches. And then they weren't using the little thingamabob I just showed. This jump kit. And it was the most infuriating thing. How do you not realize? The problem is that they had a kind of an odd layout starting, which I kind of preferred. I'm not gonna lie, because now I can't see the names. Wait a minute. No! They also took away this thing where it had, like, threat level and such. Because there's a thing where you can, do a certain, like, threat level. And once that threat level is, like, increased, you can get better resources and stuff. And that's huge. That was huge to playing this game. And the only problem I could think of when I first played this game was the communication. Was the infuriating part about the communication. If now they just actually made it worse, I'm gonna be a little ticked, because that was the main, that I only had one problem with it. So that's why I'm just hoping that this is a case of, oh, it's calling me a newbie, now I gotta play around and then get it back. Oh, it's the gravel shooter. It shoots like black matter or whatever it was. I don't remember. Strip Firebreak sheet. Ooh. It's incredibly strong. That's the thing about it. I gotta go help my teammates. Right now I'm the weakest link, but to be fair, they left me. So this only reinforces what I was talking about. Leaving your teammates, which was a huge problem. They left me constantly. It was so annoying. I would get constantly left behind. We'd drop all our resources. People would forget that the resources are shared and PvP each other. Like, who does that? I literally had a shootout with one of my teammates because, why aren't you healing? You can go in here and heal. It's not that hard. That's the problem also. They're just so dumb. You can go in there and you can heal with the shower. Wait, what's happening? Oh no. Oh no. That's a whisper, man. Help each other. We have to stick together. I think you literally have more shield or whatever when you stick together. Why are we separating? Why is that happening? I know I'm complaining, but you can immediately see the issue with this game. You have somebody communicating with like pinging and stuff, and you have two people running off on their own. So if you don't have friends, what's the point in playing this game? They went bold with the live service game, but what they should have done is they should have either expanded their teams or not do the thing where you get stronger with just your teammates. Like, look at this. I eradicated him easy because I think this is actually a lower level for me. Wow, look what happens when you stick to frickin' together. I know I'm being a salty Sam, but come on, man. It's not that hard. I just proved to them, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I'm stronger than all of them. And what do? They run away. I'm gonna stop complaining, because you're gonna just witness yourself the immense issues this game has because of the players. Specifically because of the players. I literally have no problem with the game whatsoever. Come on. Yeah, you can fire lava blast with your water gun. I love it. It's like, yeah, I just put a tea kettle on here and now I got lava. It's flipping amazing. That's my ult, which you can unlock in a bit. When you first start and you're playing like the easy levels, it's not that bad. It's genuinely not a big deal. Nobody knows what they're doing. Everything's super easy. And we had one guy who was basically dying constantly. And so you have like, if you look above our names, you have a life counter. He used all 3 of our life counters almost immediately. And then we have to kept like waiting to get them back. And it was because we were playing the fire level, which he couldn't figure out. You don't leave the fire thing while the furnace is going. Like the furnace would open and you're supposed to get behind cover. Whatever he was thinking, he would never, ever, ever be able to play any of the old games that I used to play. Also, that little electrical problem where the lights came on, guess who was supposed to be finding those and turning them on? I'm genuinely surprised he didn't find any of those. He was walking through the middle. Now we have to go to the... We gotta go to the elevator. We're gonna win this. We're gonna beat this. We're gonna get to the end. I think it just... Even though I'm on normal, I think, yeah, there was no threat level. What are you guys doing? Come on. Go to the elevator. You don't have to fight Amanda Harris. Even if you do, lure her to the elevator. Make a run in for it. I'm not leaving my teammates behind. I know I have done nothing but benefit when I don't leave my teammates behind. Shock grenade! That's usually what I save them for because I know problems are going to happen. Like, I won't be able to get them back. No, dude, what are you doing? I don't even know how you did that. That's also the main problem with, like, running back to the elevator. I've had multiple teammates just perish because an entire team leave behind it, and then I would run back and save them. I know I'm just complaining this entire thing, and that's mostly what these gameplay showcases are. But the thing is that since this is the main problem with this game, and it's not the game itself, despite what complainers want to say, like, Remedy handled this fine. The CEO handled this fine. Maybe I might not like the formatting. Maybe some other people might. Oh, whoop-de-frickin' do. See that resource I just got? That's what I was talking about, that people would think only I would get, even though I collected like 7. Everyone's gonna get it. Don't fight each other and blast each other just because you didn't get it. Cool hands prevail. Overheat the injector. Oh, cool. And the fact that this experience is all about multiplayer is why it drives me so insane. I don't think I would care as much if the entire experience wasn't just multiplayer. But I've tried doing it alone. It just doesn't work. I think that's what has to infuriate people and why they call it bad. Because they think the game's bad because they keep dying. But if you actually paid attention, and the fact that it's other people around you, I think a better organization, a better something could have been made with this. And now we're going to officially check. No, I cannot increase, where you can either increase distortion, I think was the term, but you can get more parts by increasing the difficulty. I can't even remember what it was, and now I can't even see the names in the thing. So, yes, I'm not a fan of this new format. Sue me, but the game I just played was actually pretty fun whenever we were all teamed up. I know fan bases suck all the time. But whenever you're involved in one, like I am with Remedy, where I'm not like actively out there posting art and whatever, but I actively care about what's going on in the whole base of Remedy and everything that's going on with the company, that it hurts when things get ripped down because people aren't paying attention and aren't caring about what they're actually playing, like the context, which is weird. Because if you played anything with Alan Wake, it's all about reading, taking in the context, and actually caring about your environment and the characters and what's going on. But people instead decided to get so stressed at everything with this game because it's a multiplayer game because it's not what they want, because they don't know how to play, which it still baffles me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you go check out this game. So yeah, have a great day.